coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And taking down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. At the 19-yard line. Now back to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charlie. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1, they have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it will be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. That nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown out behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. try and run for him. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop it far behind the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Slam, slam, slam.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. It doesn't matter your experience as a quarterback. He threw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, they don't helmets, they don't do any of that. Just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
45 the mic. Check down.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means it really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Jeremy Chin there defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now they try the right side here. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Touchdown, San Francisco. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Clay Brooks to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mixon with a first down carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
You can't block me. You can't.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown! Terrace Marshall. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Lance is thrown into the hands of Pitts here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Lance now on first down. Rolling to his right. And he will find his man Samuel. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. The fumble on first down, now here's second down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8.
Niners 14, Panthers 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Clay Brooks to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Panthers 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Clay Brooks to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 18. Watch the back. Watch the back. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's got this down to the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's a second down. They'll look to throw again. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now they try the right side here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Lance throwing out wide for Samuel. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
So this game of art, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week, 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite. How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. With touchdown number 27. That ties Priest-Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Panthers 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Clay Brooks to return it.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll look to throw now on first down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Kill, kill, kill. 79 Broncos.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Lance.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
He tore Gross Matos
In there to bury him for a loss of 11. After the sack on 1st down, Lance flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And now here's a carry heading left. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The 12-year veteran knocks it right through.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Clay Brooks to return it. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down. Riggs. Let's go, D. Back in 60.
2nd and 9 now. Over the middle, complete. It's Anderson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
60 Bobcat. Check. 40.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to McCaffrey. And he's
he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 2. Got Anderson on the slant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It completes it once more to Anderson. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
I got you, punk. 45.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
45, Mike, 45. It's a party now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there on the catch and run. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Yeah, what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. Here we go on 4th down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Clay Brooks to return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That caught by Tremble. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd and 4. Flush to his right. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the 49ers, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.